flex support goes for Titans, as opposed to the Zenyatta from Seoul Dynasty. Jaehong bringing that up, and man, I wish we could see more Jaehong Ana. We probably will a little bit later here. Sleep Dart going wide, though, from Twilight, as the Titans push towards the point right now. That's some damage onto Toby that'll finish him off. Slime getting the last hit there, and Vancouver getting to fight this one way overcharged with people.
Yeah, I mean, this is Seoul Dynasty just making a mistake right there.
Yeah.
So right there, you saw Twilight prioritizing the D.Va. You saw Michelle fly away, and even though Twilight missed the sleep dart, no D.Va there means a free biotic grenade. That hits Toby. They focus down Toby, and then it's a 6 versus 5. So Titans easily able to use this on to start. Michelle needs to be a little bit more on top of his game when it comes to shutting down Twilight's Ana.
It's been a challenge for anybody to come close to shutting down Twilight's Ana. Back on board with him right now. Looks to get a bit of healing onto Janu as the percentage builds for the Vancouver Titans. There's a nano boost. Now onto Bumper. He's going to walk for it. It's a big fire strike. Soul scatters. They'd want to avoid that hammer if they can. So not a lot of damage done, but Slime gets a kill onto Jaehong in the end anyway. Here comes the charge. Gets knocked down himself, but that is Marvel with no health remaining, and Seoul Dynasty sent back to spawn.
I mean, they had to use that trance very early, so Vancouver Titans didn't even have to use the Graviton, but now coming into this next fight, no Transcendence on the side of the Seoul Dynasty, no sound barrier. How do you defend against Solmin Su's Graviton Surge here? Bumper, he's hiding behind corners, he's fire striking you.
That's right, he's in your base, killing your mans. Oh, Michelle sleeping. The Sleep Dart comes in, there's the grab onto everybody. The charge through, tons of damage already. Bumper gets two. Man, you don't even need any else besides the grab for that one.
Nope, you don't, especially when you hit that biotic grenade into the clustered group of players in that Graviton Surge.
Yep.
Soul is getting ultimates, but they're not getting the support ultimates they need to stay alive against this damage. Meanwhile, Vancouver Titans now nearly back up at a rally, nearly back up at a sound barrier.
This is looking nearly identical to what we saw in the playoff match, actually, where Seoul Dynasty just seems unready to handle the aggression from the Vancouver Titans. They've got one more chance here. They got to win this fight. Rally comes in. They do get the early pick on the Twilight, who found himself a little bit out of position somehow. And they're going to drop the grab right away. Bumper looking for a chance to counter Shatter. Sound barrier out right now. Marvel gets stunned, but they didn't get the... Shatter with that one.
Big stun onto Solmin Su.
That's right. Big Shatter comes in actually from Marvel, and they're going to pick up some kills. They might be able to flip the point they already have. The percentage building here.
I don't know why the Titans committed the sound barrier to that after they lost Twilight's Ana so early in the engagement. You can just reset right there and fight again. There's no reason to continue that fight. Now Soul will be sitting on a lot of ultimates to use here. They have their support ults back up, so even if Solmin Su gets that grab, it's less of a threat.
A bit of cockiness from the Vancouver Titans, too. All right, that one got blocked by Marvel. Bumper not finding anything with his Earth Shatter. They did get the sound barrier out of Seoul Dynasty, at least with that one.
Yeah, didn't need to use a sound barrier, and they do disengage off the nano boost from Bumper.
Yep. Ultimates used on both sides. Now Vancouver Titans trying to flip the point right back again. Soul needs to get on it. They do indeed. Janu has that self-destruct. Might make it tough for Seoul Dynasty to hold this one. Gonna use it, drop it in, right at the end. Gets three. Meanwhile, Michelle gets a couple actually with his self-destruct as well.
And look at that, Titans.
That's that.
Just gonna go ahead, flip the point. Team kill for Seoul Dynasty, so no one is even remotely around to contest.
Yeah, round one goes to the Vancouver Titans. Pretty clean grab self-destruct combo at the end there to finish it. And just that small misstep with the sound barrier, perhaps. Otherwise, a pretty clean round from the Titans.
Yeah, I don't know if they had to give up quite that much percent because of that, but we really are nitpicking when it comes to the Vancouver Titans. Overall, much more convincing round from them than from the Seoul Dynasty, even though Seoul did get a break at the end of that point. However, Vancouver can close out this map right here.
Coming in for a landing at the mecha base right now, apparently. This is from our view. We're actually piloting our mech into the base right now.
That's very nice.
That's right.
I like the role playing from our observers.
We're drift compatible for sure. Seoul Dynasty has to make something happen here on this map if they want to have a chance to win Busan. Twilight once again on that Ana. Jaehong once again on the Zenyatta. Seoul Dynasty really putting a lot more stock in that Discord orb than the sleep darts and the anti-healing.
Yeah, and look at Seoul. They're going to be running the Winston 3-3 as well. And an early stun onto Marvel.
couple
And now
members of
they're
Seoul.
anti-healed, their support line.
I was going to say they're lucky they didn't lose Jaehong and Munchkin right there. Sominsu, a lot of charging, gets stunned. If they can kill him, that would be big. Meanwhile, the point unlocks. Nobody's taken it just yet, but Seoul Dynasty, a lot of members at half health or lower at the moment. Seoul trying to claim the point now. Twilight does get the kill on Jaehong anyway, though. And now it's a 6v5 in favor of the Vancouver Titans as they try to push Seoul back, and that's going to be easy when Marvel's out of the way. So it's going to be the Vancouver Titans getting their control percent going first again.
I mean, I don't think Marvel can continue to play this Winston here. Not into the Ana. He's going to get sleep darted if he comes in, unless there's Michelle there to gobble it up with the defense matrix. And not only that, but they're not really getting a lot of work done. There we go. Switches to the Reinhardt. Yeah, there's no way that that was going to be a feasible play for the long term. But now sets him back when it comes to that ult charge.
Yep. Rallies from both teams. Extra armor coming in. Fitz waiting for a chance to use that grab. Gonna wait out the one that's on his team right now. Bumper gets 3 as he just, swings that hammer through the ultimate. No stopping that guy in Vancouver Titans. Easy team fight win. Michelle taking for a long ride into the sleep dart.
Into
what
the
a
sleep
stall.
dart.
Wow. Laid to rest.
Boy.
Finally, in the end, it's gonna be a fire strike. I'm telling you. Wait. Wait. Going for the edge? No, it's just gonna be Oxall with the melee.
That was 12% gained from that stagger. That's fantastic for the Titans. Just take it for a ride. Maximum length charge, not into a wall, and then just a gorgeous sleep dart from Twilight.
The timing of the sleep dart to hit him right at the very end of that charge.
Turns out Vancouver's a pretty well-coordinated team.
That's crazy, man. I love these guys. Seoul Dynasty living on borrowed time here as they have not been able to get anything going so far. Although, as soon as I say it, man, Caster Curse comes in, bumper down. A chance for Seoul Dynasty to take the point here if they're able to finish off this fight. Either way, they have the man advantage right now at the point.
Sleep dart onto Fitz, though, not able to contribute to this next engagement. Janu going to try and contest, but he doesn't quite prevent the point from flipping.
Yep. We know Bumper can be a little bit overly eager sometimes, get himself some positions that Reinhardt shouldn't be in, and paid for it there. We'll see if Seoul Dynasty can hold it now. There's a grab coming in from Vancouver right now. Not a lot of damage though. Bumper gets knocked down, taken out by Michelle's self-destruct. Seoul Dynasty using a lot of ults to hold that one, but Vancouver, not a lot for them left either.
Yeah, and this is what we had to see the Seoul Dynasty use, because they're choosing to run the Zenyatta. That means that they have an advantage when it comes to pressure on the tanks, because they can simply go in with the Discord Orb and burn down the tank faster. If you're cutting off Ana healing as well when possible with the Defense Matrix, and preventing her utility with the Biotic Grenade and the Sleep Dart with that same ability, you can put more pressure on the front line with this composition, but they had to play it aggressively.
Yep. See if they've learned their lesson. Fitz running in. Oh, it's a big Earth Shatter onto Seoul Dynasty. Marvel down almost immediately. That's what allowed it to go through, and that's a big problem for Seoul. Well, what can you say? You don't want to lose your Reinhardt. Everyone gets shattered.
Yep, can't lose the Reinhardt. They are going to flip it back over. Seoul gets a respectable 60%, and they are going to have another fight with a Graviton Surge. Yep. Remember, there's no Transcendence from the Titans. So this Graviton Surge could be devastatingly effective if Fitz can find some targets. They got to get to the point, though.
That is the first step. Fitz waiting for a chance to use that grab. Can't get it eaten. This is the grab that'll keep them in this map. Potentially uses it. They're going to solo grab Sominsu. Get rid of the Zarya early. That's most of the damage. Why not? Rallies go down for the teams. Bumper as well. And that should be Seoul Dynasty, maybe even taking this point back here.
Yep, they're going to take it back, Doa, but that's fine if you're the Titans. Sominsu held on to his Graviton Surge. They have a nano boost as well for Sominsu or for Bumper in this next fight. Seoul Dynasty, at least they have a Transcendence, should be able to outlast. Here's Bumper. He's going to get stunned during the animation, or he gets knocked off.
Knocked off. Well, goodbye. Hammer way down. He hammered the ocean. Some poor fish down there, man. Got a Reinhardt hammer out of nowhere. Jaehong pops the Transcendence. There's the grab coming in from Vancouver now. This is the fight they want to win. They end up getting 2 with Janu's self-destruct out of that one, and that should be an easy retake and an easy map completion for Vancouver Titans.
Vancouver just so smart about what their opponents have. They play around ult economy better than anybody in this league. Again, that's what it gets you. A 2-0 on Busan.
Yeah, pretty much. Playing with poise, right? Knowing when to lose gracefully if you know you can set up a good fight later, and You know, Seoul Dynasty, I think, had a couple good plays towards the end of that map, but pretty much all Titans all the way through. Good start for them, and a reminiscent start of a certain playoff match not too long ago. We'll see if Seoul can tighten it up when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Welcome back to the Overwatch League. We got more pets. Look at Molly, definitely a force of nature. That's adorable. There you go. Well, all right. Jersey, you might, stick with it, man. Strength.
Maybe it'll fit you
Strength.
someday.
All right. We got a bearded dragon, another reptile. I'm happy with that. All right, a dragon for the dragons. That makes sense.
I like it.
I appreciate that. Yep. The one behind him, that's not the real pet. It's the one in front, though, in case you're confused. That's clearly
Thank you.
a plastic dragon behind that real one.
I always rely on you to tell the difference between reality and fiction, Noah.
Yes, I am somewhat of an expert on that. My only question, why we haven't seen Dogman yet in any of these tweets.
Yes.
He's my favorite Overwatch League pet.
That's right. The official mascot of the Atlanta Reign.
That's right. But his bark is worse than his bite. Don't worry. Don't worry.
It's true. He's actually quite nice when you get to know him.
Yeah, well, if you want to see your pets on the screen, hashtag OWL2019 pets at the Overwatch League Twitter. Meanwhile, we're going to Temple of Anubis. It's going to be our assault map.
Yep, it sure is.
There you go.
We'll see what the strategies are from each of these teams. They have not made any substitutions, so I guess we are just going to see Marvel coming in.
All right, yeah. Don't forget to go vote for your 2019 All-Star Game starters. I did some voting, don't you know?
Oh, did you?
I did.
Who's your favorite potential All-Star?
I can't remember.
Don't take the democratic process of All-Stars extremely seriously. As you
I tweeted it. I tweeted my list earlier. I'm pretty sure I picked Twilight out of the Titans for my Pacific flex support. So there you go. Here we go. Vancouver Titans on the attack.
Yeah, so this is the first time Seoul has kept in Marvel recently. Beyond that game one.
Marvel!
And he just gets deleted by the Rhine 3-3 that powers its way onto the point.
I mean, they kept him on the stage, but he's not in the game right now. Michelle about to be demec'd as well, and that's going to be point A. Seoul Dynasty, you don't come back from that.
Okay, they're trying to stagger while winning this team fight, by the way. Interesting.
It's called multitasking. In 2019, this is a valuable skill. Toby does come back to get the kill onto Hawksall for a little bit of revenge. Seoul Dynasty slows it down for just a moment, but that's going to be a really quick point A take for Vancouver Titans.
And also, that means we are going to see Munchkin here on the Brigitte. Vancouver Titans having a nano boost to really power up So Min Soo. Make sure he can get a faster graviton.
Here we go. Marvel from on high with the Primal Rage. I'm surprised he was able to build the ultimate with how fast he went down that last fight. Bumper with the nano boost. fighting the Primal Raging Winston. Who wins that one? Bumper's still on the point at the end, doing a lot of damage. He's got the Earth Shatter now. Seems that Winston shield is down. Ooh, I don't know if he got anyone really with that one. Marvel got slept during all that too. Somin Su manages to finish off Fitz. So even with losing Haksal, Titans looking okay on this one. If they can keep Bumper alive, ooh, gets pounced over the Seoul Dynasty players and actually lives. That's crazy. Jae-Hong down. They can't get back on the point, and that was a blisteringly speedy time for Temple of Anubis.
It's the second fastest of all time on Temple of Anubis.
That's crazy, man. Well, quick break right after that. Seoul Dynasty tries to equalize. See you then.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Welcome back to Temple of Anubis. Vancouver Titans taking a pretty quick run through their attack.
Yeah, they only needed 9 eliminations to take both points, which is kind of amazing when you think about it.
It's a laugh of madness, Monty.
That was yes. You're slowly going insane watching the Vancouver Titans just absolutely destroy anyone who is not San Francisco.
They're way too good, man. They are way too good at this game called Overwatch.
Speaking of way too good, that guy on your screen, Janu, has yet to die in this match. Did not die in the first map. Halfway through this one is still deathless. So now Vancouver Titans. They will be on their defense right now. Seoul Dynasty. Looking like we might see something a little bit different from them, potentially.
How's that palm tree over there growing out of, like, blocks of, like, rock?
I mean,
that work?
The future's amazing. What can you say?
The future is amazing. I'll buy the vines on the wall, but palm tree out of, like, a...
They just genetically engineered it to grow on rock. It's fine.
Right. It's a strong palm tree.
Yeah.
Wow. It's impressive. Maybe it's a robot palm tree.
Maybe it is.
Maybe all the plants and animals are robots in the future.
The world is an omnic. I get it.
Bastion's little bird is actually like an omnic thing. Just whispers like secrets into his ear. You know,
I mean,
tells him
Bastion's
to attack the humans. You know.
Yeah, Bastion's bird is a huge jerk. He nearly got all those people killed
That's true.
by waking up Bastion. All right, enough of
All
that.
right, yes.
Let's talk about Jae-Hong on the high ground with the Symmetra portal.
He's on the Ana. That is sick, man. Ferried up there, as you said, by the Symmetra portal.
Yep, Munchkin now swapping over to the Widowmaker to join
position.
up top with Ryu Jae-Hong.
Yep.
And everybody on the side of the Titans having to keep out of the line of sight of these two high ground snipers. Meanwhile, Michelle is on a flank on his signature Sombra right now.
Fitz just kills Bumper.
Yeah, Bumper was...
Found enough rockets in him. That's surprising. Usually you see the Winston get healed out of that. Jae-Hong takes on Twilight too, so Seoul Dynasty pinned down the Titans, and then it's just kind of like picking them apart piece by piece.
That's right, and they're going to see if they try and contest right here. The Titans still all bottled up. They want to wait for Bumper to come back, and Johnny's been hacked.
I mean, he comes out of the door and he immediately gets hacked. Bumper back again, and Fitz is down, so a chance here for the Titans to turn it around.
Sleep on the bumper right now into a hack and an anti-heal. Very nicely done by Seoul.
Great target calling on Seoul to actually get all that done. Michelle translocates out.
Boost on Mercy.
I don't know about that. Pull out the pistol, Jae-Hong, do it! Oh, you gotta heal people, I guess. Come on, Toby. Oh, well.
The bumper's nearly back again, and are we going to see another recontest here by the Titans? Looks like we will. Bumper's on their supports.
Fitz gotta keep him alive. He goes for the barrage, takes on Hawksaw. That's something anyway. Janu nearly demeched again, gets the Zarya shield the last moment. Janu and Twilight both picking up kills. Seoul Dynasty desperately trying to hold on to this, but they don't really have any.
Self-destructing to re-mech right now. He has pushed Munchkin off of the point, but now it's only Janu. Janu trying to get back on is hacked, and this is going to be the first death for Janu.
Fitz is a hero of Point A, man. Absolutely, he bailed them out. He got that early kill onto Bumper, and things did not go well for Seoul Dynasty, honestly, in that fight. That's a great stagger on Janu, by the way, but, Jae-Hong, see, that's the thing, is you're trying to nano boost the right person, and then, your other support, whether it's Lucio or Mercy, just finds a way to, fly in front of you at the last moment. Marvel over on the Reinhardt now, as they swap things up to a Rhyme 3-3 as they push forward here. Jae-Hong on the Zenyatta.
Michelle needs to hack Summon Su, so he can't use the Graviton Surge. That's the biggest weapon for the Titans right now. They're going to use it aggressively.
Yeah, Grav gets used early, and that's just going to be a fight lost for Seoul. Going to save the ultimates, maybe.
All right, you'll definitely take that if you're the Titans, because now Slime has built up his sound barrier, so you have a counterplay as long as the Lucio is not hit by the EMP. Survivable. Michelle also gets tracked down.
Not getting out of that one. So Seoul Dynasty has some time. I mean, they're obviously not gonna have a time bank anywhere near what the Titans had, but they do still have about 5 minutes to take point B, so they can still perhaps finish it with a healthy time.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for them to use this EMP effectively, though. Rally can be used aggressively by the Titans. They're going to know Michelle has EMP, so they'll probably just keep running at them with support ults.
Yeah. Here we go, Michelle again. Looking for another hack, another EMP, perhaps.
You'll notice where Toby is too. He's trying to hide away so he could use his sound barrier if they get EMP'd.
Michelle jumps back, I think, to get him with that.
Yeah, they only got 2 though. That was the price. You could only hit Slime or the rest of the team, not really both.
And you need kills after something like that too. Ooh, Bumper knocked down, a lot of that nano boost going to nothing. For him, there's the shatter, gets blocked. By Seoul coming back in for a kill on a Bumper. That worked out pretty well. The sound barrier for Titans coming in a little bit late. Couldn't save Bumper.
Yeah, it didn't hit Bumpers.
Yeah. Well, he died right before it came through. Meanwhile, Fitz trying to push forward here. Somansu does get the kill into Jae-Hong, so that Zarya starting to do some damage. Slime down, so Seoul kind of fighting back and forth here. There's
nice
their grab. Bumper down again. That was perfect, man. Somansu down as well. And now Seoul Dynasty should get some real percentage here on B.
Yep, this is their opportunity right now. We have a respawn here onto Lucio. Lucio's going to get there just in time. No, booped out.
Yep. Okay, so Seoul Dynasty, not a bad effort on their attack. They finished with a good amount of time, but man, it's against a massive time bank for the Titans. We'll see who's able to make the most of their time in the extra rounds when we come back. Six minutes and 18 seconds available for the Vancouver Titans. Just 3:36 for Seoul Dynasty. Like normally, you'd be like, oh, 3:36. It's a solid time bank, and it is. But against 6:18, it's still going to be a tall order for Seoul Dynasty to win this one. They will be attacking first, as you do when your time bank is a little bit less than your opponent's.
Yeah, and 6:18 too, the second largest time bank on Anubis in Overwatch League history. A lot to work with there for the Vancouver Titans. Still fighting chance for the Seoul Dynasty.
Yeah.
We're going to see the similar strategy as Munchkin is going to be porting Jae-Hong up there once it's cleared out and made sure it's safe.
Yep, worked fairly well.
All right, so
Munchkin over on the Widowmaker now.
well, they're playing much more aggressively this time.
Yeah, really trying to knock Jae-Hong off his perch here. Trying to stay on. There's the sleep tight. He's standing his ground. They chase him away. Whoa.
Yep, got a really good anti-heal there on the biotic grenade from Jae-Hong once they dove in on the top. Vancouver Titans trying not to let them have the free line of sight over the point.
That may leave Vancouver a little bit out of position here on the defense. Yeah, they lose Bumper. They put a lot into trying to take Jae-Hong off the high ground, and now they're paying for it. Bumper down, Janu a little bit low health as well.
Problem is that when you commit to that attack and your tanks get hit by that grenade and then you chunk them out, you're not in range to get Brigitte heals on anybody, so your tanks really can't get healed back up very quickly with a Lucio and a Zenyatta.
Very true. Meanwhile, the Nano Boost was used by Twilight, but Slime down already. Now Marvel taken out, and Bumper and Twilight coming back in to bail the Titans out here on point A. We'll see if Seoul can maybe keep this push going, but they lost some pretty crucial members of this attack.
Janu nearly at the self-destruct right now, so Titans at least have that ultimate as well as the rally from Haxal's Brigitte to work with. Seoul, though, they can come in and put some extra power down with that Nano Boost. Not a great Nano Boost target right now, though, because Fitz doesn't have Barrage.
Yeah. Michelle's got the EMP. Needs to be a big one. All right, Jae-Hong down. That's not a good start for Seoul Dynasty. They take out Fitz as well, so they might want to save that one now. Gonna save those ultimates for another push.
That Titan's just really good at staying out of line of sight here, and Seoul Dynasty, they have to go on to the point with their squishier composition. They're only running that single tank.
Yeah.
And Titans are just collapsing on them whenever they start to accrue that control percentage. Only 90 seconds remaining for Seoul.
Well, Seoul's running out of time, yeah. They really need to make something happen fast. If you don't even take point A, and then you give the Vancouver Titans, you know, their chance with 6:18 on the clock, that's pretty much game over. EMP out. There's the EMP as everybody turns onto Michelle. Tried to lure them in there. Marvel drops down with a pile driver. There's a barrage coming in. They get Twilight with that. Marvel trying to push other people into it. Fitz got to anyway. Munchkin taken out by Bumper. And Titans trying to equalize with their Graviton Surge, but nobody really there to follow up on it. They do get the kill onto Michelle anyway.
Nice sleep dart onto Slime, but he's not quite going to go down. Still protected by that Winston bubble.
Yeah, not
and
quite
the
enough
Zarya
damage
bubble.
with
And
the
he has the sound barrier.
Operation Save Private Slime is in effect, and it's a good thing too because he's got that sound barrier, so they needed him to stay up. That's the end of that push for Seoul Dynasty. 30 seconds remain, and they have nothing ult-wise.
Yeah. And Munchkin's going to have to switch back to the Widowmaker right now. Did have the Tracer just to get back to the point. Like you're saying, optimistically, maybe they have a minefield.
That's a great stat, actually. The Titans win team fights in which EMP is used against them 16% more than any other team in the league. That's pretty crazy.
I mean, that's ult management right there. Their positioning is good because they know it's up.
Yep. All right, minefield used by Seoul Dynasty as they try to get some sort of purchase on point A, and nobody steps on the point.
I mean,
Marvel supposed to be Marvel. I mean, once Marvel's gone, what do you do?
Yeah, they body block Marvel into that room so he couldn't get out.
Yeah.
So that's just a good play by the Titans.
That's the thing. When you only have that one tank, it's tough sometimes.
And so that means only 92.8% of the point was captured for Seoul. They still have a chance to win this map, but it is going to have to be an epic hold on A in the second longest time bank in Anubis history.
Yeah. So that means if they're able to hold here, it would be the perhaps the longest point A hold ever. Temple of Anubis and Overwatch League.
Probably is. Probably is. I think that's a pretty safe assumption to make.
I think it's safe to assume that the person with the highest time bank probably finished their round.
You can take a look at Marvel right here. I mean, Bumper's just going to body block him in. So watch this. Going to walk in there. You're not going anywhere. You're getting booped around. You can't get out.
Take him out.
Yeah, it's getting booped backwards, and there's no way for Marvel to contest the point.
Yep. Well, Seoul Dynasty not getting as much as they wanted to on point A, obviously. But now the defense. Looks like it's going to be the Winston 3-3 with Munchkin on the Ana this time. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Would not have expected that. All right.
They're really emphasizing this healing
Yeah.
output that they're going to have, but it's going to come at the cost of not having a Brigitte stun to use right there. Normally we would see a Batiste used in this way, but this is an interesting look with the Ana.
Yeah, they're just really trying to get that anti-heal on the big group as they come through. They know Vancouver Titans is going to just try to bum rush it with their own 3-3, so when you know they're going to be grouped up, maybe try to get an anti-heal in there. It's really on Janu to block those ones.
Yeah, the thing is, though, I would expect them to run this with a Reinhardt where you can play the choke on defense, but you can't play the choke with the Winston, so
that's
it's
a good point.
Odd.
It is odd. Titans on the point right now. All they need to do is win one fight, although Jae-Hong starts it off by taking out Twilight. So, good start for Seoul, for the moment anyway. Bumper can't last. That's a lot of healing eliminated when you lose that Ana. And so it looks like for now, Seoul will hold.
Yep, nice job by Seoul. Going to get the Zarya too as a bonus. Seoul Dynasty using the ability to have Winston intercept people on their approach and build up that ultimate. So he's in a great place already with that Primal Rage.
Pretty great bonus, too, to take out the Zarya. Set that charge back to 0.
Yep, absolutely. Titans going to have to delay their approach because they got hit by the Biotic Grenade.
Yep. Here we go, trying to loop around the same side they did, or a different side, actually, than they did last time. Marvel. Primal Rage now keeping everybody bottled up. They take out Somitsu. Ooh, but they lose Marvel and Toby immediately. And now Bumper waiting for it with the Shatter. Nobody to block that. He's got the Nano Boost as well, but there's a Sleep Dart from Munchkin.
And all they need to do is back off right now. Wait for their Zarya to respawn. They are going to have a 2-player advantage. It will be 6 versus 4 on the point for Titans.
Well, it's going to be Wrecking Ball coming back this time for Marvel, so he and Toby getting back to the fight in a hurry. They're there in time. That said, they're still trying to cap it. Fitz uses that grab, gets a lot of members of the Titans in there. Oh, and the self-destruct on the other side. They can't get the Rhine Shield out of the way in time, though. And Bumper turns around and smacks Toby down. That was nearly a pin onto Fitz there, but he'll be happy with just zoning him as Vancouver Titans have pretty much got this one.
I mean, Doa, when you don't have a Brigida and you don't have a Reinhardt, you don't have a way to disable the Rhine Shield even in the grab to set up the self-destruct. You don't have a stun and you don't have that charge.
Very good point.
Makes it very difficult to use the self-destruct in an efficient manner.
Really puzzling composition from Seoul Dynasty in that one. It does not do the trick as Vancouver Titans go up 2-0 in the series. Halftime when we come back.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, now connecting 99% of Overwatch League fans. Catch your league on America's network, T-Mobile, and by State Farm. Whatever life brings your way, State Farm is here to help life go right. It's a rematch of the Stage 1 semifinals, and so far, it's looking a lot like the last time. It's all Titans so far. They're up 2-0 over the Dynasty at the half.
Welcome back into the Blizzard Arena. These people are still awake. Yes, they are. So are my experts. We've got the great Josh alongside Brenji. Bren has recovered from his chili peppers. Josh.
He had to take the first 2 half times off to recover.
It was a rough day
He was
for Bren.
destroyed.
It was a rough day. But Bren, don't worry. We're here now at halftime, and we're able to talk about someone we really haven't talked enough about on the analyst desk. You know, when it comes to divas in the league, we're highlighting Fury playing so well for the Spitfire in his last match. We talk about Meko from the NYXL. We rarely talk about Janu and just how big of a force this man is in the game. And that's exactly what we wanted to focus in on as we take a look back at Busan.
Absolutely. I think it's undeniable that Fury is the most mechanically gifted diva player that we have. Obviously, the diva player for the London Spitfire. But Janu is certainly up there, making an argument for being the best diva in the league, particularly within this meta. He's so intelligent. His peel for the rest of his teammates is fantastic. His utilization of bombs, defense matrix, boops. He's got the entire thing.
Yeah, just in general, I think he slots very nicely into this team as well, and working towards the play style that Vancouver Titans like to play, the feeding play style, as I like to call it, where they just kind of all center around Bumper as a player. But you can look at these numbers here. Look at this. The fewest deaths as well on a very aggressive team.
Yeah.
It's an impressive statistic.
Especially with most time played. It's a pretty decent stat. They're all negated, top 3.
Yeah, he's nuts. And Bren was talking earlier when we were doing our pre-show about Stitch and the fact that he's only ever played for Runaway, which was this team when they were in Contenders, and then the Vancouver Titans. Well, same for this guy. He didn't have a huge record of a bunch of really elite teams before joining this roster. He joined in mid-2017 and played a little bit of Lucio, then played a bit of Diva, and now he's really coming into his own. And this team's just fabulous, and he's a very core component.
We know that the Titans are on an 11-match streak net right now, including their playoff run, and they're looking to make it 12. That Anubis map, though, Josh, ridiculously fast attacks, and I know you broke it down for us. What do you got today?
Yeah, they keep setting records all over the shop. This one was nutty as well. So I want to show you just vaguely in our Insights powered by Intel how teams usually take hold of Anubis and how the defense is run down. So if you take a look at this, you'll be able to see that it's a classic Reinhardt triple tank, triple support composition. Now, the way that this normally works is they like to take these long flanks to avoid this area down here that's vulnerable. So they push through a small choke point here, and then if needed, they'll come through here, another small choke point there. You can even come and swoop back around as well. But the main idea is that the Winston of the defensive team is going to be attacking them and putting damage on them and building up his primal rage whenever possible, because that is the game changer. This entire defense revolves around putting out the damage from your Winston, getting that primal up and winning the fight. So this tight choke point here, this tight choke point as well, another one down here as well. The defensive teams, the teams that are the best at Anubis defenses, rotate their Winston around and get the maximum value to be able to win with the primal rage. So as you can see, as we roll on this fight, Marvel gets an outrageous amount of primal from this first. Huge value. Normally you only get about 20% here, but I've paused right before the critical moment because Marvel does die and this entire fight goes wrong. But this is the normal positioning for the Winston. But you have to be so careful about the Brigitte player because the only thing that's going to stop you from getting that primal rage and really winning the fight for your team is Haxal here. And Haxal's unbelievably good. The best Brigitte in the league, in my opinion, and he just comes in, bashes Marvel, and they get that pick, and the entire thing falls to pieces. So here it is from Marvel's point of view as well. You can see they can't really punish him here. He's got the bubble. He's got his own bubble as well. Michelle was covering him. But right here, he has no idea that Haxal comes through.
Just drained.
Just destroyed.
Read him like a book.
And it's not so much that Marvel was out of position, but it's just the incredible play of the Vancouver Titans to always be aware of where their opponent's win conditions and where their weaknesses are. It's what makes them such a fabulous team.
Marvel, of course, getting pummeled there, but you look at this match, and I have to think maybe it's not all his fault. If you look at what they've been running, they've had Fitz in the game, they've had Marvel in the game, they've had Toby in the game for Seoul Dynasty. Fissure, we haven't seen him yet today. And Marvel and crew, they've run less than 20% of the game so far. So in the second half, is it time to put Fissure back in the lineup? You went 0-4 against the Titans last time. Do you stick with this, I guess, experimental lineup, or do you go back to what you tried in the semis?
I definitely say put Fissure in. You know, you're a star player. You don't realistically bench them when it comes to, big games like this. Maybe if you're LA Gladiators.
Yeah, Fissure actually does have a history of being benched in big games.
Exactly, and I want to touch on that. I mean, this is pure speculation from my point of view, but Fissure has been on many teams, and he's been moved around a lot as a player individually, and he is a very talented young lad.
Yeah.
So realistically, you have to be looking at like inside the team's internal issues that you cannot realistically see, and maybe this is part of an issue now. This is the reason that maybe Marvel is playing in this game now as a replacement for Fissure. But I still think they should be running Fissure. He is so talented that you just can't realistically justify putting him onto the bench.
Brett wants to see him in the second half. Anyone here want to see Fissure in the second half for the Seoul Dynasty? It looks like the fans do as well. We'll find out. Can Seoul keep pace with the best team in the league? Where's Titans going to take that #1 spot? We'll find out after the break.
They don't just play for a team. They play for every fan, every rival, every moment, every match. And when everyone watching expects the best, they perform with the best.
Happy Pets Day, everybody. It's a bird. That's right, a bird Ito. No, don't eat it. Just let it watch Overwatch League. All right, that's sweet. Hongjo Spark has a dog as well. Neat.
That looks like a Samoyed.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, it's Reinforced. What do you know? There he is. And he's got a cat.
But it's in Sweden.
Oh,
So
that's a sad ending to that story. Well, that's okay because
Reinforced
there might be
left his cat in Sweden. That's what I'm getting from this.
on National Pets Day.
I know, he abandoned his cat. Shame on you, Reinforce.
Reinforce. You disappoint me. But not as much as Seoul Dynasty is disappointing their fans right now in this match. Vancouver Titans 2-0 over them and making it look easy, man. It has not even been close. What can you say?
We're not having any substitutions either, which means that there will be no Fissure, at least in map 3.
Fissure, what did you do?
So, to be fair, to play devil's advocate to
We don't know.
Bren's suppositions at halftime, they did lose very badly with Fissure in the lineup in the playoffs. So if you're concerned, maybe they're trying this out to see if this lineup will do better against the Titans. The answer is no, it's not doing better, but I think that could have been the logic heading into the match.
I agree. We don't want to jump to any conclusions, even though I'm sure Reddit already is. But some of us, a couple of us,
I just want to see
Don't
Fissure
need-
play because he's one of my favorite players. So
me too. And the thing is like the guys at halftime said. I mean, he is your star player. If you're not going to put in Fleta or Fissure, then what do you really have? Seoul Dynasty. It's rough, right?
It is
It's on
rough.
the attack again.
And they are going to take a peek over the top, and they are going to see Ryan 3-3 from the Seoul Dynasty on defense. So guess who's going to take that mirror matchup every time, because they're the best in the league at it. It's going to be the Vancouver Titans.
Oh, you didn't even give me a chance to answer.
Sorry.
I would have said that, though.
Okay, good.
Yeah, Toby down already. I mean, this is exactly what we saw in that playoff match where the Titans just kind of steamroll over the Seoul Dynasty. Seoul Dynasty just does not seem to respond well to teams just running at them.
I mean, also,
Especially the Titans.
Also, Michelle, overall, I think, has not done a good job of stopping these biotic grenades from Twilight in this match. You have to play around those cooldowns, and they keep finding targets. So it's a bit weird. Michelle looks a little bit rusty in terms of the Diva. Wow, nice pick, though, from Jaehong.
Right,
That's huge.
Yeah, well, Jaehong will find those picks once in a while. That's for sure. So Seoul Dynasty will get a little bit of a hold here at the beginning of point B. But to go back to your point, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, one of the reasons why we haven't seen as much on it for a long time is because of Divas on the other side eating the bio grenades, eating the sleep darts. So I guess if you're out of practice at that, then you can bring Diana back in again. All right. Shatter not doing a ton for Bumper. Jaehong just going to sit on the point. As Seoul
Nano
gets
boost.
aggressive here. That's right. Nano boost onto Bumper here. Seoul Dynasty going to give him some space. Allow that payload to push forward here. Fitz has a grab now. He's going to go for it. Seoul Dynasty putting everything they've got into this fight, and it looks like they will win it. The beginning of that one kind of looked like one of my solo queue games where I just hit trance and run in, and I'm like, all right, well, they have to attack now.
So one of the problems with not running the Zen, as I say that they swap to it, is that support ult that you can get on Zen is very important to surviving Graviton surges. And as you can see right there, they didn't get anything done with the Nano Boost, which left them open to the Graviton surge. And they didn't have a support ultimate to stop the incoming damage.
Yep. Sominsu just running right back in with the Graviton surge. Fitz down already. Bumper decided to take more for a ride.
I like how Bumper charged him one way and they immediately came back on the screen the other direction as Marvel's charged him.
Yeah, wanted to take it right back to the payload, I guess. Seoul Dynasty resetting now. It's okay. Bumper wanted to go there. He basically just took the Marvel taxi back to his team.
That's right. Well, so far, Vancouver Titans not slowed down very much on this map. As they head onto the bridge, Seoul Dynasty going to drop down from the high ground to try and get behind them and approach.
Yeah. All right. Self-destruct's coming in. Michelle, no kills out of that one. Oh, but Munchkin clipped with a fire strike on his way out. Marvel down already. And everyone again just dying on the payload to reset and slow down the payload however they can. But that's going to be the end of B for Titans.
And Seoul, because they made that long rotation and they never got to the payload, they wasted a lot of time making that play.
Yeah.
And then they don't actually stop the payload at all. So Titans perfectly happy with Seoul's decision-making right there.
That's really rough. And Janu even getting that late exit kill onto Jaehong. It's going to give even more time for the payload to move through C without any impediment.
That's right. Here we are, point C. Vancouver Titans doesn't have to switch composition because both teams have just been in this Ryan 3-3 the whole map.
Right. Oh, Bumper's stunned out of his Earth Shatter, at least. That's something. Seoul Dynasty getting aggressive off the back of that one. Twilight ready with the Transcendence, though. There's going to be the grab from Seoul Dynasty. Now, can they get any more kills out of that? The Zarya shield was on Bumper, protected him. The whole time they're going to respond with their own grab. It was a counter Shatter attempt by Marvel, but doesn't look like it's going to result in much for Seoul Dynasty as Jaehong's Transcendence expires. Now Vancouver Titans can just jump on them again. They take out Fitz. He was off on his own, and Sominsu just roasts him with all that energy. Self-destruct pushes the rest of Seoul back into their spawn, and that will be all she wrote for the attack on Vancouver Titans side of things. They will complete it really quickly yet again.
And as Captain Planet is telling me, 4th fastest time ever on Eichenwald for the Vancouver Titans, who seem to be hitting top 5s all over the place in Time Bank tonight.
We're getting a lot of top 5s in general in the league today. It's just one of those days, I guess. Seoul Dynasty tries their hand at attacking next.
Coca-Cola is the official refreshment of the Overwatch League.
Seoul Dynasty on the attack. Now after that push by the Titans, that went very well for them. 3 minutes and 41 seconds on the time bank after they completed their attack run. And smiling faces abound. Are we going to see the bumper Hanzo today? Perhaps the bumper Pharah? What DPS hero do you think Bumper is going to play next month?
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens if they actually...
I want to see the Doomfist.
Usually the Titans do that in Time Bank, but that would require the Seoul Dynasty to be able to achieve Time Bank.
Doomfist. It's the Aren Keller.
That's right. That's how you say it.
Keller.
That's how you say it in German, I'm pretty sure, Noah. Good job.
Hey, I got one right. Yeah. Omnic Infantry. It's a Schnellensatzgruppe. Schnellensatzgruppe.
You know, Zoe somewhere is
I know.
very upset with you right now.
And the Jadhut Advice.
You know what Edelweiss is? Come on.
Edelweiss.
Yeah, try a little.
I had to get the pronunciation right, man. I'm really trying here, you know? I'm half German, by the way. How sad is that?
Well, you're fully American.
That is true. That's true. But my ancestors are somewhere crying in German. Here we go, Seoul Dynasty on the attack. Let's see if they can get anything done at all. Munchkin looking for an early shot, does not find it. Brigitte is your punishment. Or pleasure, depending on if you like me or not. You know, you could enjoy playing Brigitte. There's nothing wrong with that. I enjoy it from time to time.
Yeah. You know,
Saves.
some people are masochists. That's cool.
No, I do enjoy playing Brigitte. Just, you know, I like playing Zen a bit more, that's all. I marvel about half health. Gotta play it safe while they heal him up again. Here comes Bumper. Trying to get a little bit more of that ultimate charge. Munchkin pushed back. And Seoul Dynasty just trying to find an angle to rotate in, but Vancouver Titans not going to give him much.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of poke damage, though.
Yeah, now's the time.
Starting to heal back up. Keep an eye on the Primal Rage from Bumper, because Soul's not pushing in very aggressively to this point, but they need a fight on the point.
They're winning the alt charge battle just barely here, but that said, Seoul Min-soo got the grab first, and perhaps that's the most important of all, alt of all here. Seoul Dynasty weathers the storm with a quick transcendence from Jaehong. But they got to, whoa, goodbye, Bumper. Gets charged over by Marvel. Easy kill onto him from Michelle at the end. Now they can fight the 6v5. Pushing in again, and there's nothing to stop this Earth Shatter from Marvel. They know it.
Yeah, they got to back off at this point. They do just go ahead and dump a Graviton to ensure that they can take this point quickly. Still 5 members lurking around from the Vancouver Titans. They are not going to contest. Bumper is now switched to Reinhardt.
On point B, that's not a huge surprise. You can still run the Winston on B a little bit, but, you know, I think Vancouver Titans, this is where they've kind of looked best, so.
I think it's really hard because the advantage that you have with Winston is you're intercepting them before they get to an objective. But if they're pushing a payload, you can't really intercept them before they get there. They'll just fight you on the payload every time.
Yeah, more kind of trying to peel people off in that situation then. Vancouver Titans, oh, they lose Bumper again. All right, nice shatter actually as Bumper goes down. That's immediate. An immediate point for Marvel to throw his ultimate in there.
Yeah, very fast time so far for the Seoul Dynasty.
Yeah.
Late kill. They're on to Twilight, so respawn's coming through, and Titans don't have a whole lot to work with when it comes to their ult economy. Just that self-destruct, which isn't the most useful ability on its own.
Yeah. Could at least try to engage on it when they start to cross the bridge. There's not a lot of places to flee to in that situation. We have seen some huge self-destructs on this exact part of the map, actually. So it is possible. On board with Jaehong as Zenyatta now. Fitz is going to have that grab in just a moment. Rally comes in. Oh, they get Jaehong. Seoul Dynasty, they got to win this fight and fast if they want this push to continue. But without Marvel, I think that's it. Yeah, you can see Fitz just going for the reset along with Munchkin. Yeah, they're going to try this again.
Yeah, Twilight did use the trance, though, so in spite of the fact that only one ult was used from the Titans, when Fitz still has the Graviton Surge up, that can be really consequential because Slime doesn't have a sound barrier either, so they are vulnerable.
Could be big, yeah.
Because they can grab and use their own trance to walk up on the grab members of the Titans.
Seoul Dynasty cutting through the castle. On their way through, trying to just break out through this door. Might be a little bit tricky as Seoul Min-soo has another grab.
Yeah, where are they going to use this grab, though, is the question.
Yeah.
I thought they might use it on the other side of that door. Instead, they're going to let them walk up to the payload. Looks like they just want to poke up for a sound barrier. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's a big shatter.
That's a shatter from Bumper. Seoul Dynasty now easily set up for that grab. Jaehoong's got the Transcendence just in time, though. Keeps everybody alive. Now the Trans comes in from Twilight on the other side to do the same thing, but Bumper gets knocked off the edge by Munchkin. Marvel falls as well. Both teams without their Reinhardts. And Solman Su has got the charge to do the damage and help his team finish this fight off.
And Seoul's ult tracking just isn't there. They should have known that Trance and Sound Barrier were down, but they gave the Titans the chance to build both of their support ults back up because they were taking so long to rotate around to the payload and dealing so much poke damage that the heal was able to transition into support ults. Like, Seoul needs to know when they can really just go pedal to the metal and take an edge.
Pretty much. That's really been it. I mean, you can play it slow against a team like New York. We've seen that work, but not the Titans. Slime drops the sound barrier right after Seoul drops theirs as well. Toby down. Bumper gets him with the charge anyway. And Seoul Dynasty, there's another reset. And they're starting to run out of time, man. 1:30 left in the time bank.
Yeah, look at this, too. Fitz is not going to get out of here, so they don't preserve any of the Zarya energy either. And now it's looking incredibly desperate for the Seoul Dynasty if they want to even take a map before this match is over.
Yeah.
And take a look at the replay right here to start things off. And, I mean, there you go.
Great
Another
move.
big shatter there.
Yeah.
And easy pin onto the prone Lucio.
That'll happen. Solman Su still has that grab. Still going for the payload again. Both teams have their transcendences now. Bumper's got his shatter again. He got a really big one in the exact same position last time.
Yeah, he's had a few really big shatters so far. There's another one. He hits
What?
4.
Are you kidding me? How does he keep doing it?
Oh, boy. That's
Seoul Dynasty resetting again, but man.
That's definitely the play to reset again when you can.
Yeah.
But the value of these shatters on every push has just gotten huge.
Well, I mean, I just don't know how Marvel keeps losing the mind games like this, too. He is getting thoroughly outplayed by Bumper right now.
I mean, I've talked to other pro players, and basically they say you just always have to play like Bumper has shatter because he has it every fight.
Yeah, pretty much. Seoul Dynasty scrambling to get back to the payload. Just in time, Fitz has his grab. Maybe they can make something out of that one. They've got the self-destruct as well. It's now or never, man. You got to do something. Seoul Dynasty trying to push forward, but now the grab from the Titans. Seoul Dynasty will commit first. Grabs all over the place. There's the self-destructs from both teams. Each one claims one. Janu down, but it's Marvel on the Seoul side that falls, and that is a big kill to have to contend with when you're the team pushing the payload.
And not only that, but Slime still has barrier, so they can just walk up on him.
There it is. Bumper gets 2. Don't even need it. Goodbye. Toby knocked off the edge. Bumper gets a charge onto Jaehoong, and that's the end of the attack for Seoul Dynasty. Once again, thoroughly outplayed by the Vancouver Titans.
I mean, Bumper had 14 Earthshatter stuns and 8 Earthshatter kills that match. That is a very large number.
That's crazy, man. Well, that's the match too, man. Vancouver Titans winning 3 in a row. We've got one more map to go. See if Seoul can come away with anything when we come back.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Monty, I feel like we've traveled back in time a couple weeks to a point in time where the Vancouver Titans absolutely rocked Seoul Dynasty in the Stage 1 playoffs. But no, it's not back then, it's now. And the same thing is happening.
And look at that. Bumper, he's so happy. He loves shattering people. Just putting them on the floor, cleaning them up afterwards, Haksal.
Is he cleaning up afterwards?
Yeah, he's getting all those shatter kills,
I
man.
guess.
He's got 8 of them.
I guess cleaning
He's
up
getting
in a
nano
different
boosted
sense.
everywhere. Bumper is living the Reinhardt dream right now.
He is.
Receive nano boosts, shatter everybody.
You are so jealous.
I am jealous. Well, I mean, I lived the Reinhardt dream against you at All Stars last year. So
Oh, come on. That was a long time ago.
I got to start building the hype
I
now
did well.
for the next All Star game.
I did well, though. I played well on my team on an individual level. You know, our team was like the Guangzhou Charge, man. A lot of individual talent, but we just couldn't put it together, you know? Sometimes that happens.
It wasn't like that at all, but that's fine.
It was like that. It was because I say it was. This is 2019, man. That's how things work. You just say it. And it becomes reality. Seoul Dynasty apparently has not said we want to win yet. But maybe on Rialto they can do it.
I mean, probably not, because this is.
Wow. Ouch. Wow, that's harsh.
I mean, just to be real, Doa, this is a Rhine 3-3 map.
That is true, man. And the Vancouver Titans, okay, there we go. Bumper Genji. Yes. Do not change this. Do not change this. It's not the Bumper Doomfist. We all wanted the Bump Fist, but Bumper Genji, I'll take it. I'll take it, I guess, if I have to. He's going to switch, and I hate that, but I really just wish he would play Genji.
Well, who knows what the Vancouver Titans are going to do right now.
I know.
They have been known when series have been secured to show us a little bit of fun stuff from time to time.
True.
Seoul Dynasty, we're running the Winston 3-3 just in
do it.
case there are
Don't you dare change.
DPS heroes.
No!
Summon Zeus is going to take a shot here with the Widowmaker and then find nothing and then switch to Zarya. Nope. Oh. There he goes. Okay.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I guess they want the 4-0. Here we go. Titans hold 6 of the top 5 all-time map completion time records. They have the 1 and 2 spot on Rialto. Jeez, Vancouver Titans, slow down. Going for number 3 here. Oh, big anti-heal on the Vancouver Titans. Grenade coming in from Munchkin. And once again, that Munchkin on a 3-3 comp is coming out for Seoul Dynasty.
Yeah, it's going to be, I think, still a little bit weird. But they do have a lot of healing and mobility with the Winston.
I think it's a better map for it. Oh, found Marvel. Nearly got knocked off there. He's okay.
Haksal still trying to deal with Marvel here. Marvel is getting a lot of healing from this Ana.
He's getting a lot of ult charge too, man. He's already up to 90% right now.
And they have a nano already. Going to give it to Marvel now.
Yep, he's going to get his Primal Rage immediately. With that extra damage. Ooh, he's got to live, though.
He's got tons of healing. He'll be fine.
He does. He's going to use the Primal Rage anyway, though. Haksal takes out Jaehong. He just walked up and killed Jaehong. That payload's going to keep moving here. Twilight pops the Transcendence just to make sure, but...
And they also
Wow.
got a 0 value Graviton Surge. Twilight
Point
was
A.
right there with the Transcendence. And now Vancouver Titans, they've taken point A on this map here on Rialto. It's just going to be them pushing forward. Twilight's just meditating on the payload.
Yeah, and they're going to go ahead and try to take this fight with the grab, too, so they can avoid the hard corner on Rialto.
Oh, boy.
And it looks like they might get their wish.
Staggers are just ridiculous. This is just 5 players, by the way, because the payload's moving with just Twilight. He's just sitting there.
Ugh.
Just sitting there emoting on the payload.
Yep.
And like you say, they avoided the hard corner. In fact, they have colonized the hard corner right now.
It is their corner.
It is their corner. They planted their flag.
Well, Seoul Dynasty is going to try to take it back one more time.
Not really effective when they're already around it.
And it's definitely harder, that's for sure. Reinhardt swinging into each other. Sound barriers go down for both teams. Bumper with the shatter. Did he get? No. He didn't get a whole lot with that. Nope. They're still pushing forward, though. Marvel gets healed up by the Transcendence at the last moment, but as soon as it's gone, that's going to be a problem. Now the grab comes in. Fitz using it. There we go. Seoul Dynasty maybe it's their corner after all.
It is, and they got a nice biotic grenade in there on the Graviton Surge, so finally this is going to start to be cleaned up here.
All right. Vancouver Titans sent back to spawn for one of the few times in the series.
Right now, they're looking to push forward once again. They only have that Graviton, but they'll have the Shatter and the Transcendence up again shortly. No real defense from the Grav, though, for Seoul Dynasty. So if they slow push to get Zarya Energy, have a good opportunity here to get value out of the Graviton.
Yeah. Halo coming around the corner again. Seoul Dynasty having a drop down on it, but Sominsu right there with the Grav. Staying hidden, doesn't want to get it eaten, has to watch out for Michelle.
Matrix, watch the Matrix.
Yep.
Matrix down.
Oh, it is, but the counter shatter comes in from Marvel, and that was enough to get 2 from Michelle's self-destruct. So they handled that Grav really well, actually.
Yep, great counterplay on the Graviton. They knew that they weren't going to have any support ults to counter it, so their best opportunity was to punish the Vancouver Titans as they approached the Grav. So Seoul...
It really is Soul's corner.
Yep, it is Soul's corner now. They have taken it over, played that quite well.
Yeah. 2 minutes, a little bit over 2 minutes for Vancouver Titans on the time bank right now. Enough time to build some ultimates, enough time to do a couple pushes, so they're still in pretty good shape. Not going to be a top 5 time, that's for sure, but it's still fast. Bumper down immediately. Wow, they just ground through him.
Yeah, he just got melted going through that choke point.
Yep.
Foxhole used a rally too, so they're not going to get very good value out of that. Even take out Sominsu on the exit and the late
sneaky
kill.
slime.
The sneaky slime trying to backcap it. That was not something that was going to happen. The payload simply had too far to move.
He doesn't make it out, too, so that's actually a little bit of a slowdown for the Vancouver Titans.
Yeah, absolutely. They've only got 1 or 2 good pushes left in them at this point in time with 90 seconds on the clock.
Trying to push forward. Marvel's got his Earth Shatter right about now. Should have it in just a second or two.
Bumper taking a lot of damage onto his barrier right there.
Yeah. So he'll get it back.
Nice.
Right. Couple shatters onto Soul, but they couldn't stop the sound barrier. And Fitz has his Grav eaten by Janu. He was ready that time. Whoa, no charge for Bumper. He gets a self-destruct instead.
And now Vancouver Titans look like they are going to push through to this final point. Transcendence has to be used, but...
Yeah, it's taking a while, but they're going to get there. Twilight using his own Transcendence in Seoul Dynasty.
Had to use it really just to save himself right there, because if he went down, there's a possibility Soul may have been able to come back in. So not exactly the ideal way you want to use Transcendence if you are Twilight, but it's something you'll take anyway.
Right. So some straight-up shots from Sominsu so that when Soul comes back through, if they would have pushed back through there, they would have been taking even more right-click damage. Nice little trick there.
Graviton up. I mean, Jaehyung doesn't have that trance now. This could be deadly.
Yep.
Nice
shatter and a bumper in Sominsu. Sound barrier gets there just in time, though. That was almost disastrous, but the Vancouver Titans turn it around. And if you're Seoul Dynasty, after something like that, you just shake your head and you're like, what in the world do I do? And in fact, that's exactly what the players on Seoul Dynasty are doing right now.
Yeah, you want to commit, but that sound barrier was there. Slime was ready to hit the ultimate. So they can't do anything with the charge. You overextend, and Vancouver Titans are just too tanky, and now they still have this Graviton.
Yeah, trying to grab Soul so that they can't even get to the point, but Bumper dies in the process. They lost Marvel on the Soul side. Maybe the self-destruct from Michelle. They didn't even really need it. They pushed Vancouver Titans back, and that was a little bit of a overreach by the Titans on that one.
It definitely was, and now there's a lot of good defensive options for the Seoul Dynasty. Their support ultimates are going to be coming online, both of them. So Vancouver, not sure they're going to be able to finish this one without some kills onto the Seoul supports.
Yeah. It is possible that Seoul Dynasty can stop them before they finish it.
Johnny may have to use this aggressively. Yeah, he's just going to throw it in.
Yeah, why not? It's a good angle. Shield got up just in time, though. Marvel charging through. Bumper down again. We've seen Bumper die early in a lot of these fights. In fact, the funny thing is Titans have one of the best fight win percentages after losing their Reinhardt, but not going to be this one. And now just about 15 seconds remain for the Titans to try to take seat.
Yeah, unlikely they're going to even get there. They might have to use Transcendence just to approach the point, but both support Unsult for Soul. This would have to be a pretty major victory, noteworthy victory for the Titans to complete this map.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be tough even if you are arguably the best team in the league. They lose Janu early, though. So Seoul Dynasty looking like they're in good shape to finish this one off. Sound barrier comes in. Twilight has to trance. Slime's still trying to build up his sound barrier on the Vancouver side of things. Bumper getting really close to the shatter. Does he have it? Got a couple with that one, but Seoul Dynasty, the one getting the kills, though. Fitz down, and here comes the Wrecking Ball. Janu coming back in on Hammond, but I don't think it's going to be enough, man. Seoul getting way too many kills for the Titans to overcome, and that's going to be a hold for Seoul Dynasty.
Yep, they do hold strong in the end, so they prevent the Titans from completing Rialto, and I think they did play well at the end of that push, especially after getting completely rolled on A. They had a strong defense on B and into C.
Yeah. Got it together at the end there and have given themselves a chance to possibly come away with a win here. A 1-3 loss, definitely better than no 4.
This is still going to be, I think, tricky
Very
to pull off. The Titans have shown that they are extremely good on this map. They set the time bank record in Game 7 of our Stage 1 finals.
Yeah.
Didn't make it through this time, but their defense has been good at times as well.
Yeah. And it just comes down to playing against Vancouver Titans on one of the very best 3-3 maps in the game against the very best Reinhardt 3-3 team. So it's not going to be easy for the Seoul Dynasty to get the payload to that mark on the ground that you see right there, but they certainly could. It's possible.
Titans going to go for the Rhine 3-3 on the defense. So Seoul, we'll see if they decide to run a multi-DPS look or not on this first point of attack, or whether they are going to take the mirror.
If only they had, say, a DPS player that was really good at Pharah or something.
Yeah,
you know,
that'd be great.
What if they had a player like that they could just put in and, maybe run something different on a map like Rialto where the Pharah is really good? I don't know. Just spitballing there, but, one can dream. Munchkin trying to find a early pick. Maybe, no, couldn't quite get the beat on the Lucio there.
Yeah, the Zarya bubble up, didn't want to give any Zarya energy over, so just goes back, starts to switch over into the Winston 3-3. I'm surprised they are opting into this on the payload here.
Yep.
Can they be disruptive of their opponents? Because right now, Bumper's just going to walk onto the card and dare Marvel to challenge him.
It's going to be tricky. I mean, even with Winston getting better in the recent patch, still feels like Ryan is a safer bet, but Seoul Dynasty deciding to go with this one now.
There's not really anything that Seoul can do. They're going to try and jump in with a Zarya bubble.
Oh, they
right
separated
now.
Bumper.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they
Really?
separated Bumper, got the stun onto him.
Really well executed by Seoul Dynasty, actually. Split Bumper off from the rest of the team. Easy kill there. Got another one for good measure, and that's some good distance on the payload.
Seoul's definitely still in this match. There's going to be at least one more opportunity for defense here for the Titans. Jaehong, though, with the trance up, nearly there for Twilight as well.
Yep. Here we go, Jaehong trance. Keeps everybody safe. Twilight down already. Twilight down crucially before he could get his Transcendence.
Yeah, that's just good. That's good ult economy and good shot calling right there. You realize you can use your trance to prevent their Zenyatta by playing aggressively onto their back line.
Yeah.
And that's what they're going to do. So Seoul really getting it together here on Rialto.
No kidding. Yeah, their push so far has looked really, really tight. Very crisp, well-executed pushes and fights. Decent little ult advantage here, although Titans will have quite a few coming online very soon.
Bumper back around the corner right now.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Wow, all right. Twilight with a very aggressive Transcendence, actually. Getting it batted away, though, by Michelle. Michelle putting himself in a really dangerous spot. Lucky he escaped with his life there. Now the grab comes in from So Min Soo. It's going to be the sound barrier in response for Seoul. They don't lose anybody to the self-destruct either. They can keep pushing forward. Sound barrier now for Vancouver Titans is going to make Seoul take a step back.
Yeah, but that's all it's going to do. It's a pretty easy disengage around that ability. Seoul now just walk back up onto this payload, and Vancouver Titans must fall back.
Yep, pretty much. They don't have to fall back too long. Self-destruct, no kills on that one.
Yep.
Bumper once again split off from his team, and Jaehong uses that Transcendence to make sure they get the kill cleanly.
A really good self-destruct right there. Soul all of a sudden having much better reads in these fights. Bumper so far forward, but they can separate him from the rest of his teammates with that self-destruct, even though it's the only ult Seoul Dynasty had online.
You know, and that's really what you need to do against Vancouver Titans. That's kind of been the key to victory for teams that have taken maps off of these guys, is you get Bumper away from his team. Marvel, Primal Rage trying to do just that again, and he's done it. Bumper, way far away. He's going to take a bath, maybe? No bath for you. Oh, he does. He does send him into the drink, and now Seoul Dynasty back again, winning that fight and taking point B.
That's right. Bumper's a clean boy now. Goes into the bath.
He is. That's right. It's bath time for Bumper. Oh, from downtown. He's on fire.
And there you go. So lots of time left for Seoul to finish this map. 4.5 minutes. Looking likely that they're going to be able to make it there eventually.
Yeah, it
even though they're
possible.
falling behind in ult economy right now.
Well,
a couple of eco pushes to draw the ults out of Vancouver, and they're going to be in a good place.
Hey, well, there's an ultimate right there. Graviton Surge used immediately. Seoul Dynasty going to lose this fight, but that's okay.
Only one ult used for the Titans, though. So again, getting great value out of that.
Yep.
But for right now, you know, a quick grab by Fitz could catch Seoul Dynasty, or Vancouver Titans unaware, rather, because they don't have that sound barrier quite yet. Gonna get it very soon, though.
I'm amazed by Overwatch characters' abilities to scream after jumping into the water. Like underwater screaming.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Something you don't see every day. Or
Well,
hear
Reinhardt's
every
in
day,
a
really.
sealed suit, so he can probably scream underwater.
That is true. That is true. But D.Va, when she's out of her suit, though.
Yeah.
How does that? Or Zarya, for instance.
She just bubbles herself.
I suppose it's true. Bumper coming in. It was a rally from Hawksall. Once they have that extra armor, maybe they're going to get a little bit more aggressive. We'll see.
So Seoul Dynasty pushing forward again.
Wow, they're doing the grab. All right, they're going for it. This is the fight they want. Ooh, no kills out of that one, but the sound barrier running out for Vancouver Titans. Now they got to dodge Johnu self-destruct. They do just that.
Big shatter.
Ooh, on the Seoul Dynasty, they get 3 people knocked down, but no kills out of that one. In fact, they're going to try to capitalize with the kill on the Bumper, but no Twilight. Right there with the Transcendence to keep them up. Seoul Dynasty has to retreat.
And somehow Twilight just gets that Transcendence up at the end of that fight to help Seoul, or to help the Titans out. And this is what the problem when you play against the Titans is that they're so good at timing out these abilities.
Uh-oh, Fitz down, and that's a big problem for Seoul. They're going to have to pull back, but the big thing is that, you know, he's not going to gain that ult charge. He's going to lose all of the damage that he had built up on that Zarya.
Yeah, Summon Sue also here with another Graviton. They could get excellent value out of this. Seoul has really no defenses against it. And Summon Sue is nice and charged up. That means they can play more aggressively. Just wait for that Matrix to go down. You can hurl it in there.
That's the plan. So Fitz should have the grab for this next fight after a little bit of poking, but you need to find a way to weather the storm. And right now, the nice thing for Seoul, though, is that neither of their supports neither of the main supports on the Vancouver side are close to the ultimates. There's a grab used by Summon Sue, trying to take down Marvel, but he's going to live for the moment anyway. Gets his shield up. No! Twilight finishes him off anyway. And Vancouver Titans pushing forward. Seoul's hopes of finishing that map are starting to slip away a little bit here, but they've got a lot of ults for the next fight.
I mean, but in that team fight window, Doa, Vancouver Titans nearly got 5 ultimates online.
True.
Their 2 support ults are very close right now, and given that they have gotten better value out of support ults over the course of these last few fights, I think it's going to be very hard for Seoul to break this. Seoul's going to come up again. I think the best choice right now is just to eco push, see if you can get ults out, and then come back with maybe 5 or 6 ults if you're Seoul and try and snowball it into the end of the map.
I agree. This next push, you don't put anything into other than your bodies. You just try to be as aggressive as you can. Come back with a big one at the very, very end. They're going to dedicate the grab to it anyway, but they lose Munchkin immediately. Nice shatter, though. Comes in from Marble. Maybe they can win the fight anyway, but no. Bumper comes back with another one. Johnu finds a kill onto Marvel, and so Seoul Dynasty commit the grab and lose the fight. Only about 30 seconds remaining now.
And now we're in that one-fight territory, but Sominsu has all the Zarya energy, and he's nearly got his own Graviton Surge. Fortunately, Seoul has their support ultimates available, but all the Titans need is that sound barrier.
It's going to be an intricate dance, as you have to worry about the self-destructs on both sides as well. It's going to be a game of ults. All right, sound barrier for Seoul. Early as they try to push here. Sominsu waiting that one out. Waiting for a chance to use that grab. Slime used his sound barrier too, so those Lucio ultimates down. There's the grab now, trying to focus in on the Munchkin. Self-destruct comes in. Bumper really low. They got the first kill. There goes Slime as well. Seoul Dynasty. They've done it. They won the fight.
Oh, Seoul waited long enough for Fitz to get his Graviton online. Now they have a self-destruct as well to stall out here on the payload. Vancouver Titans have basically nothing.
That was big, man. They're in overtime, but Seoul Dynasty has a chance to win the map right here, right now. That Janu gets booped away, doesn't get there. And Seoul Dynasty, in the end, at least can come away with this, with a map win on this one.
They can indeed. They had 4.5 minutes on point C to take it, and they do it on the final push.
Better late than never, I suppose. And hey, that's an improvement from the last time these teams met. And the important thing to keep in mind is that Vancouver and Seoul will play each other again yet this stage too. So this is an ongoing battle between these two teams, and Vancouver Titans coming away with the win again, but giving up a map.
That's right, and it has been hard for the Seoul Dynasty. A lot of people say, well, look at them, they're down 0-2, but they had to face the Gladiators and the Titans, so those were going to be hard maps, I think. Consensus is that both of those teams are currently better than Seoul, but Seoul right now, I think most people would rank as a top 8 team, at least with the iterations we've seen. This lineup today was a little bit weird.
Well, there is some confusion, too. Again, you know, where's Fissure, where's Fleta been all the season? It's tough to kind of call with Seoul Dynasty, but at least what we've seen has looked good. Let's check out some highlights from the last half of that series on Eichenwald, our hybrid map. It was an interesting affair, as Seoul Dynasty just could not quite put up a fight against Vancouver too much.
Yeah, just really fast time by Vancouver on their attack. Obviously, looking again dominant as we have expected from them in the Overwatch League so far.
Yep. Sominsu having a great day on the Zarya, of course, as well. I think pretty much everybody in Vancouver had a great day today. Janu, of course, barely died at all through a lot of those maps.
And Bumper also hitting all of those shatters at the end of Eichenwald. That was very impressive from him. Certainly carried the bridge stage of that map.
Oh, multiple big, like, 4-person shatters on the bridge alone. And then on Rialto, the map we just saw, Seoul Dynasty was able to take it in the end. Vancouver Titans nearly pushing it all the way, but not quite able to complete it. But, you know, they had already won the series at that point. Seoul Dynasty, though, honestly, on their attack, looking better than they looked all series long.
Yeah, and I think Seoul, right now, they basically have to win their next 4 matches. Their last match of the stage is against the Titans again. So if they want to be considered for those stage playoffs, 4-3 is where you have to be to really get into contention for most playoff scenarios.
Yeah.
But it's a hard stage for them. Survival is also another thing. Even if they don't make it, 3-4 wouldn't be the worst result given their strength of schedule.
Yep, it'll be interesting to see what they decide to field next time as far as rosters goes. But for now, let's take a look at our player of the match by Omen by HP. It's going to be Janu. That's right.
Putting on his glasses.
That's right. Well, it's good because he needed to see in order to make great plays like this. Yeah. Bumping the robot.
Just dropping the Janukes on them right there from the high ground.
Oh, I like it, Janu.
There you go.